Claudette Howitt.
Kia ora, Mr. Speaker. This is a very good budget, and it shows that New Zealand is heading in the right direction. It's a confident budget for a confident nation, and it's a great budget for Māori. Budget 2014 reflects 6 years of hard work by this government, its coalition partner, the Māori Party, and by iwi hapu from one end of the motu to another. Budget 2014 looks ahead to build on the hard mahi done by all New Zealand households, including Māori, iwi hapu, and businesses over the last 6 years. This budget resources Māori to assert their rangatiratanga for them, their hapu and their whānau. We're putting the rangatiratanga into whānau for all our families in New Zealand. Our new spending with a $500 million package to help families and tamariki. In addition, whānau ora, $15 million has been invested in whānau ora navigators to increase capability and capacity. Māori whānau, along with every other New Zealand family with tamariki and children under 13, will receive free GP visits and free prescriptions. Our pepe and tamariki, along with every other child, will be able to participate in the extension of rheumatic fever program, $20 million additional funding for more drop-in throat clinics. Every eligible whānau, as well as Māori whānau, will benefit from the parental tax credit, the extension of paid parental leave, and the $33 million extra to awhi tamariki vulnerable children. In addition, housing. Now, I hear the opposition talking about housing and saying that there isn't enough housing. Well, this government is investing $16 million over the next 4 years into repairing and rebuilding whare in hau kainga, including those of our whānau in Rekohu Wharekauri, the Chatham Islands. This is over and above the housing partnerships between iwi and other entities like Collective Tribes of Auckland, like Kirikiriroa in Hamilton, like Ngāti Whātua at Takaparawa, and like Te Pio Kawe in Western Bay of Plenty. This is motuhake in action. In 6 short years, this is what Māori have achieved under this government. We aspire, like all other Kiwis, our dreams and aspirations, our moemoeā, are being realised under this government. Looking ahead, there are significant opportunities for New Zealand and Māori in countries around the Asia-Pacific region, developing rapidly and demanding more of what we can produce. Make no mistake about it, our business growth agenda is Māori growth agenda. We're putting in place reforms to help businesses perform well, particularly in the trade and export sectors. This government is investing $8 million over the next 4 years to establish a fund to support Māori innovation and investment readiness. So when the opposition talk about jobs, this is where the jobs will come from. When the opposition talk about housing, Māori whānau are already benefiting from the housing initiatives that we have established and already benefiting from the housing collective between our tribes and government and also private companies. Our whānau are benefiting. In addition to those exports that I had talked about earlier, the export initiatives, $69 million extra for NZTE to grow New Zealand's presence in China, South America, the Middle East, and help 200 more firms break into overseas markets. Well, that may very well be companies like the Chatham Island Food Company, like Taha Wines, like Tōrere Macadamia, or like Hema Waters, or like Mesa Meats. These are Māori companies serving our country. This budget, Mr. Speaker, is good for New Zealand. It's good for Māori. It's a forward-looking budget that speaks to the heart of Māori motuhake. $12 million to Te Māngai Pāho to enable iwi radio to continue its fantastic mahi in promoting te reo, promoting dialectical reo, mai tērā iwi, mai tērā iwi. This budget has families and whānau at its heart. Māori is critical to New Zealand's growth. This budget is good for New Zealand, and it's good for Māori. This government is paying more than just lip service to honouring our responsibility as treaty partners. This government has settled 69 claims compared to the 6 while the opposition was in government for 9 years. 69 versus 9. A $36 billion Māori economy under this government compared to what we got from the opposition, which was the seabed foreshore and the raids on Tūhoi. This budget is for a country that knows where it's going, from a government that knows what it's doing, supported by iwi around the motu. That's rangatiratanga, that's kotahitanga. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Tauhanari.
Mr. Speaker, as we move around the traps, people